It's a nutritious brick. Hello, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space out in my backyard. Today we are in the quick tent greenhouse, the larger greenhouse that I have, and we are pulling out the squash and the zucchini. We're gonna leave one zucchini plant though. The one in the front looks good. So I saw the dreaded squash vine borer, right? And then, not to mention, the leaves are getting a mildew. It's either powdery mildew or I can't think of the name of it. Either way, we're gonna pull these. Well, we already started. I forgot to turn the camera on. I was just kind of out here and working. So we're pulling these today. We're actually gonna pull any of the squash that's in the greenhouse. I'm not sad about it. So listen, the fact that I got any squash, any zucchini this year, I do not have a problem with pulling these out now. I saw the squash bug in here. I also saw the squash vine borer moth. I don't know if it's a moth or what we're calling it, but I also saw him or her in here earlier today. And so I'm not going to stress myself out trying to keep these plants alive when it is, as I said in my last video, inevitable. So we are out here today, well, in a video, because I don't know when this video is going to come out, but we're taking it down. I am doing chop and drop. The other thing that I'm not really upset about, these squash were really shading the other side of the greenhouse, right? And so this is gonna allow the rest of the greenhouse to get a little more sun. And I am planning to put some more cucumbers in here because the cucumbers that I have in here, they're doing really good. And I now have some stakes for them, and I may stake up the other ones too. They're already pretty attached to the stake though. We're even gonna take these out because they also have the mildew on them. And I don't want to spread disease. There are more squash outside in the garden, and I think eventually in the next few weeks they're all going to be gone. Like I said in a video previously, there are squash in the garden that I see evidence of squash vine borer. So what we're going to do is just get us another harvest of something else. And if you remember, I already have seeds started, so that is a plus. Whatever is out on the table, we're gonna put in here. Now, what we are gonna do is try to fill this bed up a little bit more. So the tomatoes will be just fine with me filling it. You can plant tomatoes deeper and they'll be just fine, right? I'm not sure about this. Uh-oh, I broke that leaf. I'm not sure about this Swiss chard, but we're gonna try it and just see what happens because y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. But also, I wanna take a minute to thank Craftsy for sponsoring this video. So I'm gonna take a short minute to tell you about Craftsy in case you have never heard of them. It's how I learned new crochet stitches. It's how I learned how to knit. And over the weekend, I'm gonna learn a little more about baking. So if you've never heard of Craftsy, Craftsy is your online resource for all things creative. They offer over 2,000 classes in 20 different categories. And those categories include things from knitting, crocheting, quilting, sewing, drawing, baking, painting, all different things if you want to learn something new. Craftsy classes offer step-by-step instructions with downloadable information that makes learning easy. Craftsy members get access to thousands of inspiring classes, exciting projects, and mouth-watering recipes. You can even connect with fellow makers and DIYers to ask questions, share ideas, and just stay inspired. And Craftsy is back with another offer for new members only. The first 1,000 people to click the link down in my description will get a full year of premium membership to Craftsy for $1.49. So if you want to learn a new craft or just want to pick up another hobby, join Craftsy by clicking the link in my description below. Thanks again, Craftsy, for sponsoring this video. So I have some Burger BM6 left. That's this soil that I had got from my local feed and seed that I love so much. It's in my green stalks. I absolutely love it. I also have some black cow over here. This is what I've been topping my plants with. And then I'm also going to add some rabbit manure. So I'm basically just going to amend this bed. More than likely going to put some granulated fertilizer in it too, because for one, squash and zucchini are heavy feeders. So I'm sure they've depleted that soil, and I don't think the soil was that good in the first place. I really need to go back and see what soil I use because that soil was just not that good. So let me grab all of this stuff and I'm gonna see y'all back in the greenhouse. Go ahead and get those out of the way for a few minutes while we do this. So I got the granulated fertilizer, which I am thinking I'm going to mix in once I put the soil in. We probably need some more. And if we do, oh, I knocked a tomato off of there, it's fine. If we do, I'm just gonna go and get the $2 compost from Home Depot. I really wanna keep the burger soil for the green stalks, and then I also wanna keep it for seed starting. It's done really well for me for seed starting. But what we have right now, we just gonna go ahead and put in the bed. Let me move this out of here too. So I'll go and get another bag of this just to have on hand, maybe tomorrow. By the way, I cut the chives. I also see some that I didn't cut, and it smells just like onion in here, which is not horrible. I don't mind the smell of onions. I just don't like eating it. So we're gonna put this in here. We got to break some of it up. Most of it up, actually. Also, you get a lot of soil in this bag, y'all. I'm just saying. It's a lot of soil in this bag. I think this is gonna put a good amount of inches in this bed, and that's not even a full bag. Also need to go get my gloves because I gotta break this up. Gotta break it up. And we still gonna put some black cow in here. So give me 1 minute, y'all. Move, pup. Move it, puppy. You didn't even move, girl. You tough. What you say? You move. Walk around. Walk around me. Yeah, you tough. Excuse me. By the way, to the giveaway winner, I have not forgotten about you. I have not forgotten about you, and I'm gonna get that in the mail tomorrow. All right, y'all, let's break this soil up a little bit. And I'm thinking we're gonna see better growth out of these tomatoes that's in here too now, because they're not gonna be shaded. I'm kind of excited. Start a new bed. Also gonna have to really water in here. But yeah, y'all, I saw that vine board. I said, nope. We not even, the vine board and the squash bug. I said, no, I'm not even gonna do it. That we're gonna go ahead and reset this bed, get us some new plants in here, some more harvest. So that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm not moving the camera that much because the gimbal is still fighting me. I didn't take it in yet. I'm going to though. I'm going to. It's not that hot in here. It is later in the day too, so I need to say that, but it's really not that hot in here. I know a lot of people say, well, not a lot of people. Some people say it don't put the lettuce in here. I'm not putting lettuce only in here, but I am gonna try some lettuce in here just to see if it'll work. Kind of like the tomatoes. I haven't taken those out. A few people said, you know, move them, but I don't have anywhere to put them even if I move them. So I'm gonna leave them, see what happens. And I'm hoping this will kind of move down into the soil that's under it too and kind of help it to get a better texture or whatever. It's just not loamy. Like I said, feels like a brick, but the plants grew in it, so it's a nutritious brick. We're not gonna plant in this tonight though. I want the cucumbers, we probably could, but I really need to make sure the soil is nice and moist in here because I'm gonna have to take some time to get this soil moist. I need to tie this up. Also, probably gonna let that stay on the ground because we have some out in the garden that's actually rooting in the ground. Like I said, don't know if I'm gonna leave them to let them continue rooting in the ground, but it is happening. Okay, so now we're gonna put the rabbit manure in here and the granulated fertilizer, and then I'm gonna put the black cow on the top. And I have no measurements. I don't measure. I just kind of throw it in to replenish the bed. You probably should measure. I'm not telling anybody else not to measure. I'm just saying I don't measure. By the way, I had put some beans in this bed. Kind of forgot I even direct sowed them. They started coming up, so that's cool. I wanted to put some of my food recycler grinds in this bed too, but you're supposed to wait for a little while before you put it, before you plant. There's things already planted. So I'm gonna save one bag of this manure to make some manure tea, rabbit manure tea. Everybody mentioned that. I had saw it, but I just decided I was not gonna do it immediately. But I'm also hoping when I go back to that farmer's market this Saturday that she has some more, cause I'm gonna get it. I'm also hoping I like rabbit meat, so I can just get some rabbits and have my own manure. I think that's good enough. We're gonna mix this in and then drop the black cow in here. And I'm just mixing it into the top layer of the soil, not going too deep, just making sure it has contact with the soil, because once I moisten it, that's how everything's gonna start breaking down and becoming available to the plants. And that's what we want. I'm kind of excited to see what else grows in here. Very excited. And I put the leaves back in here. Gonna be a fertile bed, y'all. At least that's what I hope. Now let's get the black cow and get to watering. Oh, y'all, my beet is getting bigger. My beet is getting bigger. I'm excited. I finally grew a beet. I've already taken care of the chicken and quail just because I didn't know how long I was gonna be in here, and I work in the dark. There are like little lights up at the top. It's not completely dark. I'm gonna show y'all my beet before I go in the house. And I'm just doing like a thin layer on the top. You don't need a whole lot of compost. Ooh, that smells terrible, y'all. All right. On to the next bag. Then, like I said, we gotta tie this one up. She been a monster all year, but I loved it. Well, it wasn't that long. Wasn't that long. Good thing is this black cow is moist from sitting outside. So should kind of help to moisten the soil under it too, even though I am going to water it. Ooh, y'all. Also kind of glad I'm getting this done when it's not 90 degrees, because it would be hot in here trying to get this done. So I guess thank you to the squash vine board and squash bug, I guess. I'm gonna leave some of the soil mound up around this one because it could try to root some more, and I'm okay with that. Short of tomatoes, I'll be happy. I'm sure of that. All right, y'all. By the way, yes, this bed is bowing. I believe someone will ask me. It is. I don't mind it. It doesn't have to be perfect for me, but yes, it is bowing. So a few people have said like what I need to do to the corn, like basically self-pollinate the corn. So I just went out and tapped it. Like I didn't put any like directly down, you know what I mean, into the little, I'll show y'all. I'll show y'all. Give me 1 minute, I'll be right back. All right, let me cut these other chives. This bed isn't doing amazing, but it could have been getting shaded. We still gonna work on it. Y'all remember that little pepper I put in here? There you go. That one little pepper. I also put some cilantro in here. This bed, but I tell you one thing, the dill's still here. Don't look good, but it's still here. The strawberries, I made a mistake and pulled them out a few minutes ago. Maybe I should put some rabbit manure in it. We're not gonna do it tonight though. It's too hot. I'll do it in the morning. Maybe I'll come out here and do it in the morning. I'm gonna take those chives in the house. I was watching Becoming a Farm Girl today, and she made like a butter. What is she doing? The chicken. They digging down into that wet bedding. I don't know what she getting. She probably found a worm. Anyway, Becoming a Farm Girl, she made a butter with her extra herbs. So I'm gonna make some butter with that those herbs, well, those chives, and freeze it. All right, let me water this a little bit. Then I'm gonna show y'all my beets. This wasn't gonna be a long video in the first place because I was just kind of out here doing stuff, and I saw that and I was like, yeah, might as well take these out now. This will be a slow process of watering. I'll water tonight a little bit. Oh, I gotta tie that squash up. But I water tonight a little bit, I'll water in the morning, and then I just keep kind of checking to see if it's moist enough. Let me tie this up. I had to get the scissors, y'all. If I'm honest, that lasted longer than I thought it would, so I'm not sad at all. And this plant just still looks good. Like there's no powdery mildew or downy mildew on it, so that's why I'm keeping it. The rest of them didn't even look good. Have the squash vine board showed up yet where you are? Just wondering. Because they are here. Do you even have to fight vine borers? I don't think every place fights vine borers. I don't know, I could be wrong. I'm just wondering. One thing about it, once you've been doing it for a while, either you're gonna run yourself crazy trying to keep them out of your garden and keep your squash alive, or you just gonna live with it, and that's what I'm doing. I'm living with it. All right, well, we're gonna let that soak in for a little bit, but I wanna show y'all my beet. I saw it today. I feel like it's ready for me to pick, but I just didn't pick it yet. But anyway, I just wanna show y'all, cause it got much bigger than it was. Look at it. I actually grew a beet, y'all. Dang, I just broke that leaf. But I grew a beet. I'm gonna leave it and let it grow a little bit more. But this is my first time, and I am so excited for that. And I'm noticing there are way more tomatoes on those plants than I thought, and I'm super duper excited about that. Also, let me show you this tomato over here that I'm not taking care of. We didn't see that the other day, did we? I don't know, maybe we did, but it's 2 of them in there. I ain't doing nothing to it. But that's pretty much the video for tonight. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram, where I post about the things going on in my garden almost every day. Bye, y'all.